All right, Susan, and now let's bring in Fred Barnes, former Weekly Standard executive editor and a Fox News contributor. Hi, Fred.
Hi.
So to sum up all of that, nothing happened today. Likely nothing is going to happen next week, and then there's going to be a new Congress, and probably nothing will happen at the beginning of that, it sounds like, right?
Sounds right to me. I mean, in a less crazy world, you know, the Congress wouldn't have come back and checked in and then checked right out again. You wouldn't do that. You could, Democrats and Republicans could get together, and there's something they both want. Trump wants money for the wall, and Democrats want to get something like 1.7 million young Hispanics who are here illegally to get them legalized in this country and on the path to citizenship, but things don't work that way in Washington.
Right. So I guess the question is, at this point, who blinks first, and when?
Well, yeah. Well, that's a good question, and I don't know the answer, but I think that Trump at some point is going to get money for the wall, and at some point, and Democrats are going to get these young people here illegally legalized, and it may be in early January, but
that seems like some bigger trade-off at this point, and they can barely agree on, I don't want to call it small stuff, but lesser than that. So what gives you any sort of optimism that they would be able to agree on a much bigger trade-off for something like that?
Well, I wouldn't use the word optimism. That's
right.
That's a little too strong. But look, there is getting some money. Doesn't have to be the $5 billion. Can be $1 billion or $2 billion or something like that. That shouldn't be that hard, and it's not as important at the moment than the 1.7 million young people who really get to have their lives changed. The problem here is the Democrats have made it a test of their leadership whether they deny Trump any money at all for this wall. I think Democrats are going to have to back down first, and will.
Fred, if there is some sort of back down from either side, there is a compromise at some point here in the new calendar year, and then this issue is put to the side. Didn't we just get, or aren't we in the middle of right now, a pretty big preview of what maybe the next 700 days at the minimum could look like?
Woo. Yeah, I hope not, but I think you're right. And one of the things that's going to mark this first 100 days are all the subpoenas that Democrats have talked about issuing in order to bring officials of the Trump administration on Capitol Hill and have them grilled about everything they've been doing, and that will really be quite a show. Yeah,
it almost makes you wonder what legislation is going to get done, because the president's now has threatened last week or 2 weeks ago the border wall for infrastructure. That ain't happening either.
No. Well, I mean, start with infrastructure. I've talked to Mitch McConnell, the Republican leader in the Senate, and he says, "Fine, we can get all the infrastructure we want, but we have to pay for it." Well,
right. How do you do that, right?
Yeah. How do you do that? That's the hard part. And then there's, Trump and Democrats and some Republicans want to have do something that lowers prescription drug prices in the country. Well, that's going to be hard, too.
Hard. Maybe they can come to the middle on there. We'll see.
Yeah.
Fred Barnes, we have to leave it there. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.